not tired in terms of fatigue. I am just exhausted of Ed Reed. We'll get to it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the pregame of episode 87 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. We got a full docket of stuff we're going to talk about today. Few things we're going to talk about. Where do we begin? Let's start out with the pregame. Y'all know how it is when we do Monday Night Raw. We do the pregame first, kind of get us indoctrinated and get us used to being on camera, getting with the flow of things before we jump right into our HBCU news around the culture, basketball, NBA, and NCAA basketball news around the league, as well as our football news around college and pro football as well. Long show today. Got about an hour's worth of football talk. Got about an hour's worth of basketball. Well, not really an hour's worth of basketball talk, but we sure enough going to talk about this HBCU talk as well. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
Yeah. I mean, it's surely HBCU is going to be interesting. And ain't no way around that. Basketball is more messy than anything. It's all mess. Still, yeah. I mean, it's still pre-all-star. We're only here for the jokes. And football is also a lot of jokes.
Lots of jokes.
At the Cowboys' expense. It's really just laugh at the Cowboys.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about NIL and transfer portal in the state of college football, because that whole thing with the Florida quarterback is insane. Which
my
is
team, as you can see, really ain't knocking that out of the park right now. So that's not really the forefront of my conversation, but we can have it.
Well, I think your team is the starting point of the entire conversation as a whole, which is what a lot of people were which is what a lot of people were fearful about. With that being said, man, let's start off with the post-match spice.
For those who don't know, my husband is also my fitness coach.
Hold on, you got to start this from the beginning.
I can't. It'll just have to start
I'm
over.
glad we clarified that. I'm sure they knew what you meant. Anyway, congratulations.
That's embarrassing.
I'm going to make my husband work tonight to have a lot of massage and good recovery.
Yeah.
Massage, guys, massage.
Hey.
For those who don't know, my husband is also my fitness coach and does everything for me. So
I'm glad we clarified that.
Joke that
I'm sure they knew what you meant. Anyway,
platform, so I won't say it. But if you have,
well, the crowd knew exactly what your jokes were about. As soon as she said, "I'm gonna make my husband work out tonight," the crowd said, "Oh, yeah." So this is Ons Jabeur. She had just won.
Boy, bring your racket.
She had, or your bat. She had just won.
Yeah.
She had just won her NBA tennis tournament, and that was the post-match interview where she said, "I'm gonna make my husband work tonight." A lot of massaging and everything, and I was like, "Oh, that's where we going with this."
That's an instant repost by me if I'm her husband. You right? You see it? You see it, baby?
Yeah,
you already know what it is.
Got to. So that was funny, but shout out to her, man. She's actually African and Tunisian. So shout out to her as well. She's been consistent in the sport of tennis for a while. You didn't know she was African and Tunisian?
The more you know.
That was it.
What?
Moving on. So, have y'all ever dislocated a finger before? Let me tell you something. It is not fun. It is even worse when you don't and the thing about when you dislocate your finger in the moment, especially in like sports, you really don't realize it until it happens. And old girl right here was playing basketball.
Good finish right there. Going to the paint. Finish through the collision, and then life comes at you so fast. Oh my! Oh, help me, Lord! That finger is not supposed to go that way. Look at her face.
That finger is ugly.
Finish right through contact, and the whole time you gotta think. This whole time she walking and looking, her finger is dislocated. She had no clue until she looked down.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Once you look down and realize that your finger is out of socket,
you gotta stop looking at it.
No, because that's when the pain.
You better stop looking at it.
The pain hit. That's when you see grown men like, oh, because you have to pop that back joint right then and there.
There's no point where you should be comfortable with your finger going in another direction.
She finished through contact. She ran right through and they called a charge. She was like,
look how cool she is. They can't hold me. Oh. Oh man.
Have you ever dislocated? Have you ever had an injury like that before?
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm a good basketball player. Y'all can't. Oh, no, Lord. Look at her face. This is one of the best videos.
One of the comments said it feels like a jam finger until you look at it. And that's exactly how it feels. When I dislocated my finger, you feel like it's like, dang, man, my finger. It's like my hand is sore, but you ain't thinking about it because the pain doesn't hit you at first. And then when the pain hits you, you look down and that finger's going this way. Woo! Instant pain. It's like, oh my God.
Pain, devastation, humility, anger, all wrapped into one, with no real recourse to do anything but walk over to a trainer. Let him put that thing back in the socket and
tape it up. And you tape it up. And when we played football, you went right back out there and played. But no, it's not fun, man. So shout out to her though. She made it all the way to the House of Highlights. That's a funny little
good finish
reaction. Good finish. Well, she got a charge. Look at Matt Ryan. Look at old Matty Matt.
Look at that. All right. Matt code switching, bro.
Hey, pull the Barack Obama. Hey. So for the listeners out there, Matt Ryan was on the pregame show for the Cowboys versus 49ers, and he pulled a Barack Obama. He shook Phil Simms' hand, real business-like, real business-like.
Business. That is the right term, Reggie. Use business. I know you.
When he shook Nate Burleson's hands, he pulled the Barack Obama, gave him the quick dap, and I was like, ooh, Matt been down there on Bankhead. Yeah, hit him with the hold it down player, hit him with the Spice Adams, Yeah, Nate Burleson said, oh yeah, that's how you feel.
Hey, good to see you, Phil.
Yeah, good to see you, Phil. What's happening, Nate? That's how that went. What's happening, Nate?
You can't even talk to those people the same way. You got to use a completely different tone.
Can't take the Atlanta out of Matt Ryan, dog. And we just go.
And this is the reason I will always love Matt Ryan. I guess I'm the TO to Matt Ryan. That's my quarterback.
But yeah, man, shout out to Matt Ryan. Hey, man, congratulations on a hell of a career. I don't know if he's announced his retirement yet, but I think he's probably leaning towards retirement right now.
And he's a guy. Give him one of these jobs.
I don't know if Matt really has the television voice. Matt Ryan's voice sound kind of weird, but he definitely has he's clean cut, has the look, and he's definitely trying to transition into it. So shout out to Matt. I will always
give Romo a chance. Give Matt Ryan a chance. I want to see my boys do well out here in these streets.
Yeah, I will always salute Matt Ryan, man, because he came into a situation where he really could not. He came into a no-win situation coming after Michael Vick.
No, he came into a loss.
Yeah, well, the same thing. Okay. But I don't count Matt Schaub and whoever else, Chris Redmond, and all the people that we played.
That boy was a backup for the Texans.
He was the starting quarterback when Mike Vick went to the Bing for a year, 2 years. So then we had Joey Harrington. God, those were some dark days.
Joey Harrington. He wasn't even good at his original team. Anytime you be like, oh yeah, I play with the Lions.
You wasn't good at Notre Dame.
Oh, and
Yee. High school referee. So
played Notre Dame. He played
at Oregon. So
yeah, well, I was about to say Washington or Oregon, but you're right, it's Oregon.
So guys, I've always thought about being a referee. My godfather's a referee. He's been a referee for years. Ron, one of our good friends in Atlanta, is a referee. The thing about it is, once you start getting to high school, college, they the same size as you or bigger than you. And Buddy he gonna flip him over.
He's right, middle schooler.
Shout!
Salute. And they wrestling. They wrestling like nothing.
It's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny because of the position that he landed in after he got knocked out. He looked like Peter Griffin when he fell down the steps. He looked like Peter Griffin when he fell out of the steps. No, that's how he... Oh, my God. Wait a minute. And he's out. No, that's not funny.
You gotta love the wrestlers, too. He like, hey, stop playing.
Yeah.
That's when you and your brother playing, but y'all really broke something. Hey, stop.
Dog, that's how wrestling look right there. Wrestling, it looks like you wrestling, like you playing with your sibling or your cousin until you break something. Like it looked like they kicked the lamp off the desk and was like, whoa. He's really out. He was asleep too. Yeah,
he is asleep. And you know what the worst part about that is? You wake up like, how in the hell did I get here? The last thing I remember, I'm going to the mat.
You like this, and
you're embarrassed because all these people around you. Are you okay? They probably trying to hand you some water, and you're like, "What do you mean I'm okay? I'm over here working my little side hustle. I'm refereeing a little high school wrestling." Well, yeah,
he kicked the shit out of it, and he got kicked in the back of the ear. He got kicked right in the back of the ear, and that's that UFC fight.
You're tired, be quiet, and go to sleep.
He sleep, dog. He is sleep. All right, let's get messy real quick. Your boy.
Wait, hold on. Before we go into this, we want to let you know, or I want to let you know on behalf of me, that we support the Navy and we love and support Fenty and Rihanna. Proceed.
So
I'm not stupid.
Stephen A was asked if he's excited for Rihanna's halftime performance. His response was, "She ain't Beyonce."
Halftime show.
I don't want to say I'm not excited. She's fantastic. That's not where I'm going with this.
Okay, where you going?
Ladies and gentlemen, she's a lot of things. She's spectacular.
He didn't have to say this.
Yes.
And congratulations on new mamahood.
Yes.
There's one thing she's not.
She
ain't Beyonce.
I know she's not Beyonce, but wait a minute. Hold up.
Hold on.
Steven.
The only reason I brought up Beyonce is because Beyonce recently performed at the Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
And without Bruno Mars and Coldplay.
Okay, so Beyonce performed, but she's had her time. Now there's Rihanna. Rihanna's coming back. Are you excited for this halftime show?
I don't want to say I'm not excited.
It's 2023, Beyonce, and then of course people were responding. It shouldn't still be happening. Blah. Stephen A. You can't do that. Sneaky. What's good?
You can surely do that. This is a place where you can do stupid things. And he did something stupid. And Sherry was trying to help him not.
Like, whoa.
I sense a but. You at that point, that is where you opt out. You know what? I wish her the best of luck. I think she's gonna put on an excellent show. Once again, congratulations to her and ASAP on bringing a beautiful child into this world. Your mentions stay intact.
But one thing that we are cool. Oh, go ahead.
If you don't know that this is going to destroy your mentions for the foreseeable future, you don't know how to read the room, my friend. And you got to learn a lesson. The thing about this
is, you knew we are very, very fluent. Millennials are very, very fluent in sarcasm, and are very, very fluent in I call it the Drake compliment. What is it called? The left-handed compliment, where you give them a compliment. The underhanded compliment, where you give them a compliment, but you really about to insult them. And we saw it as soon as he started saying, "Congrats to motherhood." I don't want to say I'm not excited. I was like, "Oh, it's an insult coming here real soon." The thing about it,
and you just turn everybody's spider senses on even more to up. He's about to say something bad. Just wait for it.
Yep. Now he could have said, "I'm partial to Beyonce."
Circulating all over the place about my quote that Rihanna ain't Beyonce. See, you know, I'm gonna own it. I know what y'all trying to do, but I'm gonna own it because I get paid to speak for a living, so I need to be more careful. I want Rihanna to know you're a superstar. You're sensational. You're spectacular. You're no joke. And you are a worthy person to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. Having said all of that, I was answering a question from Sherry Shepherd, who took over the Wendy Williams show and now got her own thing going, and I'm very proud of her. And she asked me, with a bunch of sisters in the audience, what she asked me. Now, I'm a Beyonce fan. I think that Beyonce is not only a phenomenal performer, the phenomenal performer. And the only reason any kind of comparison came into play, I just got out of first, is because Beyonce performed at halftime of the Super Bowl, not just by herself, but one separate Super Bowl performance with Bruno Mars and Coldplay. And I thought those were two of the greatest shows that I've ever seen. So what I'm saying is anybody has to measure up to that. Last year, with Snoop and Dre and Mary J and Eminem, I was like, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Coldplay, big time. They got to measure up to that. Anybody who does Super Bowl or Super Bowl halftime show, forever I'm going to say Beyonce, Bruno Mars, Coldplay, and then Beyonce by themselves. Michael Jackson could still be alive, and I would say it's got to measure up to that. Eminem, who's one of my favorites, I would say that about him. Coldplay, when they talked about Coldplay initially for the Super Bowl, I was like, not enough. That can't measure up to Beyonce and Bruno Mars. It's because Beyonce or Bruno Mars by himself or Beyonce by herself. I've always said that.
Sometimes
I meant it as no disrespect
I can't say that
to Rihanna. I know she's phenomenal, and she's my sister. Nothing but love for her. But Beyonce is my sister too.
I know this. Rihanna. Really?
All right.
Rihanna.
All right. So for y'all that are watching, I was being a illustrator of what Stephen A was doing. He was trying to clean up. He was cleaning up heavy. He was cleaning up heavy. And then he said Beyonce was the greatest. First off, you can't say I own it and then say I know what y'all trying to do. That's not owning it.
That is by definition not owning it.
That is not owning it at all. So if you say I'm gonna own it, there should be no other commentary. This whole spiel about Beyonce and Bruno Mars is the best Super Bowl performance I ever seen. First of all, Stephen A., you older than me. I love Beyonce and Bruno Mars. I ain't gonna say I love Beyonce. I love Bruno Mars. Beyonce's cool. Michael Jackson's performance, to say Michael Jackson has to measure up, Michael Jackson was on the top of the scoreboard and then jumped out the stage. Like, come on now. Then you got Prince. Like, come on, Stephen A. You tried to throw other people under the bus to clean up you putting your foot in your mouth, and then tried to blame everybody else for it. Now, you're entitled to your opinion, but
okay, so this is tricky. Well, it ain't tricky. First, you should have to know that when there are people who you should probably avoid referencing in any way that might seem as a slight or a negative, once again, for your social media mentions. Two of the people at the top of that list are Beyonce and Rihanna. I am a big fan of both Beyonce and Rihanna. You have to let them stand individually. I don't like that you can't compare them. I think that they're both singers, so you can. But in this,
it was unnecessary. The comparison was unnecessary right there, though. There's no reason.
Absolutely. There was no reason to bring Beyonce into this at all. He could have compared it afterwards. He could have compared it after. But you have more of a leg to stand on then, because you at least have seen the show.
Yep. But to do it before, that didn't really make any sense to me.
Like, I don't think he was doing a whole lot of thinking, because if he did, he would not have done what he did. And by that, I mean play yourself.
Dang, Sneak.
In unprecedented way.
Sneaky and Kev today in the Splash Cast. Well, Sneaky, we know why you mad. Kev and Sneaky have been on demon time today. I mean, Kev has been just disrespectful, which is fine because I'm not a Cowboys fan. But we'll get to it.
Not my problem.
And then, so Stephen A, apparently, he is one person. He actually said that he is scared. He was scared to talk about was Kobe Bryant. Now, I started to go back after reading this clip because I've actually heard this clip before, but I started to go back and actually like see his responses and his conversations on Kobe Bryant, but I didn't get a chance to listen to all of them. But it's true though. Stephen A says on how Kobe Bryant used to check him about his criticism. He said, and I quote, "Pick up the phone, motherfucker. Get your ass up." So here it is right here.
Scared me. Now he scared me. Kobe's scared the living shit out of me. Because here's why. Kobe was a savant. You did not know more basketball than Kobe Bryant.
Right.
So when Kobe Bryant called you to complain, and this is exact, I can quote him. I mean, I miss him so much. I can quote him for you right now. Voicemail. You know who this is, motherfucker. Get your ass up, pick up the fucking phone, and call me back. That bullshit you just said.
Wow.
And don't keep me waiting but so long either. Your ass better not go on the air and say some other shit before you talk to me.
What had you said? What did you say?
I would say something along the lines of, you know something? I don't like the way he's playing. It's selfish basketball right now. Look at this shot. Look at that shot selection. Look at yes.
So
make better decisions.
I'm actually all for that. If you got something, if you say something, now and somebody calls you out about what you say and you give them a call back, I'm all for that with Stephen A. Hey, Kobe, I said Kobe plays selfishly. Kobe says, call me and I'm gonna tell you why that's wrong.
So my thing with that is, you better be Kobe good to have a conversation with me. Don't call me and be, I ain't gonna insult nobody at their job, but don't be a bum talking about answer my phone. I'm not calling you.
No, you could be. You could. No. It ain't no insult. Don't call me since we playing the Bulls. This is my insult. Don't call me Alex Caruso when I say that you shouldn't be shooting the ball, and then say, "Hey, I'm going to." No. You don't deserve to talk to me. Role player Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, it is what it is.
Mr. Bryant, you reign.
Hey, athletes are the same way. They say that to journalists, hey, who are you? You don't deserve to talk to me. LeBron has walked out of many new conferences. Giannis, what's her name? She just took over NBA Today. The black lady. God, I can't remember her name. From NBA Today. What's the black lady name? You watching the Hawks game? You're not paying attention. So
No, I don't. NBA Today.
She's on there with Perk. She on there with Perk and Richard Jefferson. She's the host. See,
I can't think of her name. I know you're talking about now.
Her sister's
the lady
on there
who took
too.
over for Rachel Nichols.
Yes, Giannis walked out of a press conference on her. So like, I'm all for players calling out reporters. I'm all for reporters calling out players. It is what it is. But there is a hierarchy though. There is a hierarchy, and it has to be said. But Stephen A has a history of saying what he wants to say. But one thing you can say about Stephen A in that whole thing is he will address whatever drama is around. He does not shy away from it at all, which I will give him credit for on that. He addresses everything. You got something to say about me, or you mad I said about something?
Let's no, he don't address everything. Get him over there talking about Dana White. Be real quiet then, boy.
Oh yeah.
No. Oh
no.
Not so fast, my friend.
Yes, sir. But ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the Splash Cast pregame, episode 87 of the Splash Cast Monday Night Raw. We appreciate Malika Andrews. Thank you, Kev.
That was it. I could
we
not
appreciate y'all for tuning in. If I didn't ask you, I could have. If I didn't want to think about her name, I could have told you that easily. But with that being said, guys, we are gonna take a little 2-minute break, and then we will be right back. And we're gonna get right into it. Let's get to it. Let's get into it. HBCU news around the culture. We shall be right back. Y'all stay tuned. Listen to the tunes of the Splashcast 24 pack.
Yes, sir. Hey, and make sure you learn your lesson.
And as always, Norwood, what do we want them to do?
Follow, like, subscribe, and tell somebody. We really podcasting out there, man.
We really be podding, y'all. We be out here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You get content Thursday. You get content every day. Now Friday, we ain't doing too much.
Hey, we got a live too now.
Yeah, we gonna go out and have some fun a little bit. Unless y'all want to send us and sponsor us to go cover some sports, I'll make time for that all day. But with that being said, y'all listen to you got a lot of old school on this Splashcast 24 pack.
Well, so this is a very physical podcast that we about to get into here. So I felt that it was only right to play some old good crunk music.
Oh my God. Yes, sir. But y'all listen to it. We'll be right back. Go get your drink, get you something to eat, get a little blanket, tune on in with us. We'll be right back. Love y'all. Stay tuned.